Hi everybody. So today we're going to look at one of our figurative language elements. And the one that we're going to look at today with this story called Boy by Phil Cummings and Shane DeVries is onomatopoeia. And remember, onomatopoeia is the sound or words that would imitate the sound that something would make. So this is one of my new favorites. I just got it a few weeks ago, called Boy. I hope you enjoy it. Can anybody tell what he is by the hat that he's wearing? Looks like a Viking. Once there was a king who lived high on a hill. His castle looked over the valley to the mountains beyond. He was a powerful man with many brave knights. Cling, cling, clong, clong, cling, clong, cling. So, do you see what they're doing? They're banging their shields together, and that's the sound that it would make. I can hear it now. The mountains were once rich with trees, but a powerful dragon had destroyed much of the forest with his fiery breath. In a small village on the edge of the burned forest lived Boy. Boy couldn't hear, but he was happy. He spoke with dancing hands, and he drew pictures for people in the sand. His parents loved his stories, but the villagers didn't understand. What a strange child, they would say as they walked by. It's not very nice. Roar, charge, cling, clong, clang, ting, ting. There's more onomatopoeia. Since the forest had been burned, the king and the dragon had fought many fierce battles. There was roaring, flapping, running around, hiding, dodging, weaving, and a lot of shouting. Boy couldn't hear the battle cries, but he had seen the fear in his mother's eyes and felt it in his father's hands when he held him close. Roar, cling, clang, clong. The battles were loud and long, but no one ever won. One day, when the king and the dragon were battling once more, Boy ran right into the middle of it all. What do we call this? Onomatopoeia. Roar, cling, clang, ting. Roar, cling, clang, plunk. The knights were stunned. Move, they shouted. Get out of the way, Boy, ordered the king. Roar, bellowed the dragon. But of course, Boy couldn't hear them. Flames flared from the dragon's nostrils. Hiss, clang, cling, clang, clunk. The knights waved their swords frantically as they marched over to Boy. Why aren't you listening? Shouted the king. Boy was surprised when he looked up and saw them all. He watched them for a moment, then made his hands dance. The knights were flabbergasted. The king was puzzled. The dragon was mystified. Cling, clang, chick, ting, tong. Think who's going to win? Boy could see that they didn't understand him, so he took a sword and wrote in the sand, "Why are you fighting?" There was silence until suddenly the king pointed to the dragon. "He started," he cried. "He burned our forest." The dragon shook his head. "It was an accident," he roared. "I sneezed a fireball into the trees. I came to say sorry, but your knights chased me away." Cling, clang, clong. The knights pointed to the king. "He told us to," they cried. The king looked up at the dragon. "Well, I thought you were coming to take my castle," he said. "Your castle is far too small for me," the dragon replied. "All I want is for you to stop chasing me. I don't like being scared." "Nor do we," chorused the knights. Sounds like a big old misunderstanding to me. Boy drew a picture of everyone in the sand. He showed them how their days could be without fighting and fear. There was a lot of chatting and laughing. "I promise the knights won't chase you anymore," said the king to the dragon, "and you can visit my castle whenever you like." "And I'll cover my nose when I sneeze," said the dragon. Boy couldn't hear a word, but he didn't need to. Back in the village, everyone was waiting to see Boy. "Thank you, thank you, thank you," they said, with dancing hands. I think that's my favorite part, how they describe his sign language as dancing hands. So I hope you enjoyed that book, The Boy, and that you were able to recognize some good examples of onomatopoeia, where they imitate the sounds that something would make. Have a good afternoon, guys.